Hello and welcome. My name is Brian Kaplan. I'm editor of the Banker magazine. I'm here with Silvia Pavoni, the economics editor. We're at the Bank of the Year Awards, the 15th year we've held the awards, Silvia. So you've had a chance to go out and meet some of the people already. I mean, is there a bit of excitement in the air?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think the thing to notice this year is that we keep on attracting a lot of banks from the emerging markets. So more and more we're seeing bankers flying in from across the world to come to this event, and I think it is a testament to how well those banks are doing.
Yeah, I mean, one very unique thing this year, I mean, for the first time ever, a Chinese bank is our Global Bank of the Year. It's obviously fantastic to give that honor to China and have Chairman Jiang of ICBC come here for the awards presentation. But also, I mean, you were saying earlier, I mean, the African banks have got a very strong showing, is that right?
Yes, we did a little game and looked at the statistics, and apparently out of the over 500 submissions that we received this year, over 20% come from Asia and over 21% come from Africa. So Africa seems to be the region that keeps on generating the stronger interest into our awards process.
All right, well, we've had a great response, I think, from Africa this year. I mean, certainly the emerging markets are very strong for us. We've had over 500 entries in all from 149 different countries, 3 more than last year, showing how very international we are. And so I think it's been a fantastic response to the awards this year. And have a great evening, and let's get on with the show.
Okay, Bank of the Year, Russia. And the winner is Credit Bank of Moscow.
Hello and welcome to the Bank of the Year Awards 2014. My name is Stephanie Linhart and I'm here with Eric de Bonchon, CFO of Credit Bank of Moscow. Eric, you won the Bank of the Year Award for Russia this year. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You won the award on the back of 3 years of strong growth and profitability. How did you achieve this performance?
Yes, so thank you first for the banquet, for the award. It's for us a very good nomination tonight. Yes, as you mentioned, so the bank has been performing very well during the last years, overperforming all the peers in terms of growth, in terms of profitability. We are one of the biggest privately owned banks in Russia. We grew, at least during the last 5 years, by 50% per year, which is a very good performance. And at the same time, we maintain a very good level of profitability, of margins, of course, of cost of risk and NPL, because now it's an issue in Russia. And we also show one of the best level of efficiency among the peers, with cost-to-income ratio, which is one of the lowest of the market. So yes, definitely, we started from a small bank, I mean, some years ago. Now we are in the top 15, and we are very proud of that.
2014 was a bit harder because we have geopolitical issues. How did you deal with that?
This year was very difficult in Russia, for Russian economy on the whole, but also specifically on the banking sector. As you know, so we had first the slowdown of macroeconomy, of GDP. Then, of course, sanctions against Russia and specifically against big banking players. And the last events, I would say, are the drop of oil price, which also have very bad impact on the Russian economy. So banks and more generally all Russian corporates have to change their business model, to adapt their business model, and to live in this new environment, in fact, which is new for everyone. As far as we are concerned, so even, let's say, during the last years, target was focused, let's say, on growth. Now we more focus, let's say, first on the risk management to maintain a very good asset quality, low level of NPL, and try to maintain profitability on the existing portfolio. So I mean, the growth will continue to grow faster than the market, but it will be limited. Of course, all the good performance of last years give us solid, strong basis, I mean, to start 2015 with competitive advantage versus the peers.
And Credit Bank of Moscow is traditionally strong in the larger corporates, the medium-sized corporates, not so strong in retail banking. What's your strategy there going forward?
So in fact, historically, we started working with corporate customers and then starting to develop retail. So as of today, The retail portfolio accounts for 1/3 of the loan portfolio. Retail is still for us in our strategy. I mean, the way we want to go. We want to continue to increase. But once again, in the current context, we will be very careful, and risk management will be one of the key drivers of this growth, in fact.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And the Bank of the Year Regional Award for Africa goes to United Bank for Africa.
Welcome to the 2014 Bank of the Year Awards. My name is James King and I'm the Regional Editor for The Banker. And I'm joined tonight by Ebele Ogbue, the Managing Director for UBA Capital Europe. UBA were the winner of our Africa Regional Award this year. So Ebele, thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you very much.
Now, 2013 and 2014 have seen a surge in profits for UBA across Africa. What's been driving the bank's success?
Well, UBA has been quite fortunate to have focused on certain key markets and certain key sectors as well. Key sectors have been the power sector, the oil and gas sector, agriculture. Now, these are sectors which are very important to development in Africa. So it's focusing on these sectors and ensuring that we have the right products which we have out there. One key product which we've been driving as well has been a lot of our customers latching onto this e-product. We've seen an increase in transactions. I think about 3.4% month-to-month growth since 2013. So our e-products have been accepted by our customers, as well as focusing on those key sectors. Has made it good for UBA to try and increase, our revenues across Africa.
So UBA has a presence across 19 countries in Africa.
Yes.
Can we expect to see some more expansion in 2015, or can we expect to see perhaps the consolidation of the markets in which you are present?
We're going to see a consolidation in the markets that we're in. We feel that we're in enough markets as it is, and we want to try and sweat the investments we've made in those 19 countries. Want to try and deepen our presence in those countries, increase market share. First of all, before we think of any further expansion, because we feel that there's still a lot that we can get out of those markets if we just focus on them and try and deepen our presence and increase the market share in those markets.
And finally, Ebele, obviously you've mentioned before there's a focus now on power and infrastructure projects in Africa. How much will that be as of a focus for you next year?
It is a key focus for us, because if you look at most of the African countries where we were present, there are reforms, especially in those sectors. The power sector is a key sector where we're seeing reforms across the continent. Oil and gas as well. You're seeing lots of African companies now discovering oil. Agriculture as well is a key sector because of food scarcity, and because Africa is blessed with such arable lands, there's need for us to start supporting development in those areas. If you look at most African countries, agriculture accounts for 30–40% of the GDP. And so let us focus on those areas, see how we can support growth in those areas. The power sectors, oil and gas upstream, are the areas we're going to focus a lot of our investments, our business operations in, because we feel that there's a lot of business to be got by focusing on those areas without trying to reinvent the wheel by doing something new in other sectors. Focus on those areas, ensure we can extract value and across all of our countries in Africa, and try and increase the revenues there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, the Bank of the Year Regional Award for Americas goes to Itaú Unibanco.
Hello and welcome to the Bank of the Year Awards. I'm here with our winner for the Americas, Itaú Unibanco. Renato, you are in charge of the corporate investment banking operations of Itaú Unibanco outside of the Americas. You're here in London and you're joining us for this awards dinner. Congratulations on the awards.
Thank you very much.
I think a few things to mention about Itaú Unibanco is that you guys are a leading force in Brazil. You're also growing across the region. An example of this is the recent acquisition of Corbanca in Chile, which also gave you a nice exposure in Colombia.
Exactly.
How does this fit in with your business as well?
No, it fits perfectly in our strategy to be what we call the global Latin American bank. So as you said, I mean, we have a strong presence in Brazil, but Latin America has been our focus in the last few years. So being able to to join forces with Corbanca and get a bigger market participation in Chile and in Colombia, two of the main markets outside of Brazil in Latin America, it's really key for all the business, not just for corporate investment banking, but also for retail and other business that we have within the Itaú Unibanco.
Now, you guys closed 2013 with great results. What are we going to see for the end of this year?
We're actually very proud of the results that we managed to do up to the third quarter 2014. I think even with the macroeconomic backdrop that was not the most favorable in the last few years, the results in the fourth quarter were great. I mean, we went back to our record quarter ever, and we managed to bring the bank back to ROEs of 23+%. So we are very proud and confident that we're going to be able to post great returns and great results in the following quarters as well.
Now, because you have a broader outlook outside of the Americas, I need to ask you about growth in that part of the world. So where are you going to see the most interesting opportunities?
Outside of Latin America?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the key challenge, right, for the next year. I mean, I think we are super focused on being the go-to bank for the region, and so therefore linking developing markets here in Europe and Asia, and to some extent US to LATAM. And I think we're going to see a lot of interest from Americans, Europeans, and Asians, and Middle East as well, towards countries like Colombia, Peru, and Mexico with the energy reforms, Chile, and of course Brazil, which is the main market in the region. So we're hopefully going to be able to help our clients do business in those places.
That's great. Well, thank you for your comments and congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
The Bank of the Year Regional Award for the Middle East goes to Qatar National Bank.
I'm James King, the banker's Middle East editor, and I'm joined today by Simon Walker, Qatar National Bank's Regional General Manager for Europe. Simon, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
James, thank you. It's great to be back again.
Now, QNB obviously won the Regional Award for the Middle East this year, and obviously we've seen impressive results coming out from the bank from 2013 and also in 2014. What's been driving the bank's success in the home market in particular?
In the home market, I think a transformation and continued diversification in terms of the economy. There's a lot of economic activity. And I think one of the key things for us is in the SME sector. We have launched 2 key new initiatives during the year with a suite of tailored loan products for the SME sector with a 24-hour turnaround in terms of approvals and a worldwide credit card. And that's really helping to consolidate our position with 45% of the market.
That's great. Obviously looking abroad now, QNB has set the very ambitious targets of becoming a Middle East and Africa icon by 2017. We saw obviously QNB push into Africa this year with a stake in Ecobank. What will that deal bring to QNB's activities in the region?
It's absolutely key for us, as you've said, to expand in Africa. We have a very strong position in the north of Africa, and the Ecobank connection has really opened up the whole of Africa to us. With their presence in over 30 countries, we are actually finding already companies that aren't customers calling us and saying, can we do more with you in Africa? So it's a key platform and we're very, very excited about it.
And looking ahead to 2015, obviously Qatar's banking market is becoming more competitive. What can we expect from QNB perhaps next year in terms of key objectives and priorities?
Well, we'll continue to do what we've been doing because it's working quite well for us, as you will have seen. I mean, just in terms of the past 12 months, the net profit of the bank has grown by over 12%. All the key metrics are moving in the right direction. So we'll continue to support business in Qatar as the dominant bank there, and we'll continue to expand internationally in a prudent way. and the acquisitions of the last couple of years, particularly the one in Egypt, where the bank there has been hugely successful and the profits are up over 20% in the last 12 months, and the move into Africa really, I think, puts us on a great footing to continue with this growth story.
Simon, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And the Global Bank of the Year Award 2014 goes to ICBC. Please welcome to the stage Chairman Jiang, Chairman of ICBC.
Hello and welcome. My name is Brian Kaplan. I'm editor of The Banker. I'm here with Chairman Jiang of ICBC. And ICBC is our Global Bank of the Year this year and also the regional winner in Asia. So many congratulations, Chairman. And can you please tell us, what's been the secret of your success this year? You've done so well on every front in terms of profits and growth and all an innovation.
这个非常感谢这个银行家杂志把这个重要的奖项给了一个来自于新兴市场的国家的银行。
Well, first of all, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude to The Banker magazine for awarding these important awards to a bank from an emerging market economy.
我想第一个它的秘密就是因为我们来自一个高度成长的一个市场。
I think the first secret of our success is that we come from a high growth market.
当然，我想呢，从一个银行角度来说，我们还有自己的一些这个经营的一些这个策略吧。我想这也不是秘密。首先呢，我想我们一直坚持的做银行要着眼长远。我们比喻为做银行家要跑马拉松。
Well, other than this secret, we also have other strategies we call, maybe not secret as in a more secretive way. That is, first of all, the strategy we have is that we stick to long-term view. As we call, as a banker, we must run a marathon of our businesses.
当然，我想还有一个非常重要的，也就是第二点，我们一直坚持为实体经济服务，因为其实金融、银行和实体经济是密不可分的。一个社会、一个国家经济好，才能银行好。
And our second strategy is to service the real economy. When an economy grows well, the banks in that economy can really benefit, and that's our second strategy.
Okay, and obviously you have a strong international presence already, but presumably this is going to increase over the next few years, especially as big Chinese companies invest overseas and they'll want to take you as their bankers with them. Is that right?
我们已经在全世界41个国家开设了有330多家分行，这是20年来我们国际化的发展走过的道路，而且这还没有包括我们对非洲最大的银行南非标准银行的投资。那么我想未来我们还是会坚持过去这样的道路，我们会伴随着中国企业的走出去，同时我们也会帮助一些中国的企业到全世界来进行投资，来进行这个从事建设。但是我们在国际化方面，我们自己也是非常谨慎的，因为我们知道在国际化的道路中也存在着风险。
After about 20 years of our internationalization strategy, ICBC to date has already expanded our operations to 41 countries and regions with a branch network of over 330 branches outside of China. And in the future, and of course, these 41 countries do not include the countries covered by Standard Bank in South Africa, of which ICBC is the largest single shareholder. In the future, when we look at our strategy, we still will look forward to provide banking services to Chinese enterprises going abroad to invest, and the other way around, we will also help the foreign enterprises to set up and grow their businesses in China. Of course, even with this strategy, we understand there are risks involved in both ways, and we will keep an open eye on the risks and control them.
Okay, and you mentioned obviously the investment in Standard Bank there and the activities in Africa. So tell us how important Africa is going to be to ICBC in the future.
非洲是一块热土，非洲是全世界经济成长最快的一个国家。 我想越来越多的人认识到了这一点。我们很高兴和南非标准银行一起合作，共同支持了很多在非洲的大型的项目。我想我们会继续关注非洲，支持非洲的经济成长。
Africa continent is a heated land. More and more people are now realizing that the fastest growing economies are in African continent. And ICBC in the past years has already cooperated with Standard Bank on many projects on the African continent. In the future, we will stick to that principle, cooperate with our partner Standard Bank, and engage and promote more businesses in the African continent.
Chairman Zhang, congratulations again on being our Global Bank of the Year, and please enjoy the evening at the Bank of the Year Awards. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.